Abidjan Zoo is slowly coming back to life after years of crisis and funding shortfalls. It became a symbol of devastation when thousands of animals starved during the 2010-2011 conflict amid fighting outside its walls. New lions and zebras have arrived, but hurdles remain to restoring the zoo to its glory days. Emilie Iob reports from Abidjan.
It's another busy Saturday in the Abidjan National Zoo, the only zoo in Ivory Coast, as visitors flock to get a glimpse of primates, hippos and crocodiles.
This species we've just seen is the slender-snouted crocodile. It is endangered and protected by the United Nations. Do you understand? So we must protect them.
In its heyday 15 years ago, the zoo had about 500 animals from 50 species. But the various crises that swept the country took a toll on the zoo. During the post-election violence in 2010 and 2011, a third of the animals died of hunger. Zookeeper Lama remember having to climb trees to fetch leaves to feed the herbivores, but it wasn't enough.
We lost a lot of animals. There was no food. We couldn't go out to get some. There was a lot of damages. We lost 6 lions.
4 years ago, the Ivorian government voted a rehabilitation plan for the zoo to restore damaged buildings and buy new animals. Since last year, lions, ostriches and zebras are back, attracting their fair share of visitors.
It's a fun place. A lot of children don't know the animals, so the zoo allows them to get to know them.
Besides government funding, Director Acka says the zoo gets help from volunteers and donations to improve the place.
If you have unexpected things happening that are not planned in the budget, financing can be a problem. So in some cases, donations help us with some rehabilitations.
And the need for innovation remains great, as old infrastructure can be a safety hazard for animals. Last May, a large chunk of the enclosure wall of the chimpanzee collapsed after heavy rains. They had to be relocated in small cages, which led to fight and a couple of primates killed. The zoo is still waiting for finances to rebuild the wall. Despite its limited funds, the zoo entrance fees hasn't changed in over a decade, between 10 and 50 cents per person. Kane says it is because the zoo is attached to its social role.
I walk around in the park and listen to the visitors. I can tell that people are realizing more and more that animals are useful and are not only for eating but are also part of our environment.
Ils font partie donc de notre système, de notre milieu de vie.
Future plans include the opening of a children's zoo as well as a restaurant and a gift shop. Emilie Iob for VOA News in Abidjan.